Greetings, salutations, family. Let me see. I know what the problem is. Gotta get your mic right. Hey, man. Good weekend, right? If you're a FAMU, I mean, the track, track team, they kind of holding their thing, right? They doing their thing. They staying on track. The band, Chip is a whole clown for that one. I ain't gonna lie, and I don't mean a like in a bad way, right? I mean that in I love that he's having fun with being the band director, right? There's a piece of this that you just gotta love, right? Like only at FAMU do you get that kind of stuff in this generation. Could you imagine Dr. Foster doing anything like that? Like, if you haven't seen it, go on to YouTube, go on to Twitter, Instagram, especially. And there's a former band member. Oh, Buddy is like Captain Petty. He is laughing like all of us. Help me up. Help me up. And I loved it. And I appreciate it furthermore because, I had people educate me. I'm a band fan. I can't say I'm a band head like that. Like, I do notice a difference, right? But that was fun. And that means something to me. That was a lot of fun. Um, Man, we're gonna enjoy laughing about that a little bit. See if I get me a little light going on today, boy. I might have to a little chocolate up in this piece. Hold on now. There we go. We got a little extra light. All right, so we're gonna talk about that. And I'm gonna tell y'all the end while y'all sleep on the track team. FAMU, staying on track. Got some things going on. Got a little bit of fun. Less good trouble, but still always some good trouble. You already know what's up, what's about to be. Thanks, up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, greetings, salutations. I got extra light everywhere. Look, I'm chocolatey, man. I've been like this for a long time, man. I get it from my mom and my pops. They both beautiful chocolate complexion, man. What's up? Good to see everybody. That show in Boca was fun. I haven't seen all of it though, so I do need to watch it. If you haven't seen it, I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen part of it though, so I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie to see that. What's up, Mary 305? Look, look, I love that we watching the band. I think the person I saw had like 600 some views. So, let's get them to 1,000 if we can. They're gonna clear that easy. We already know how that is, man. So, and you saw it, Mary 305? Okay. All right, little baby. What's up, little baby? Let's see you there. What's up, Marvis? Hey, I'm just saying, like, I went to school. I was on campus with Gene Paul. I think he was a senior when I was just starting, like kind of coming into FAMU, but he was good people, man. So you watched the whole show is good. I'm definitely gonna watch, man. I gotta watch it, man. Gotta watch it. So, but good times over there, man. Yeah, the 100. We kind of did the pre-log about it, but the 100 was fun. Like, again, I'll say this. I'm loving this era of the 100, right? Like, I'm with all y'all old heads who it ain't the same 100 when Dr. Foster was there. It's not. I grew up with Dr. Foster, so I'm not telling y'all something that I didn't grow up in, right? That was my childhood experience. Dr. Foster, Billy Joe, really Ken Riley. That's the first football coach I ever remember at FAMU. So I grew up, Dr. William. I couldn't understand when I was a kid when he's saying Patrick Foster. But to see Chip kind of having fun with it, I like it. Like, because Dr. Foster, he was the law. And so he had that about him. Julian White, he kind of brought the fun in a little bit. But now kind of seeing Chip kind of come into his own, having fun with it, I think that makes the program more inviting. I think it makes it a better program. I just love it, man. And I'll tell anybody, man. It's not because he's a noob, but it's definitely because anytime I've been around Chip, man, it's nothing but love. And hey man, how's it going? Hey, what's up, brother? And then not even like frat stuff, just black brother. Like, hey man, love to see it, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, supporting us. Always, man. So I love the 100, and it was funny, man. Look, I was absolutely shocked because I was like, I would never remember on the tuba. And then someone was like, he didn't play the tuba. I'm like, okay. So just stepping outside your comfort zone. And honestly, that matters, right? Like, that was pretty cool, man. I know he went and bathed. Look, I got some over there in the in the bathroom over there. My mom know what I'm talking about. Tiger Balm. I know he had to get the Tiger Balm. You can't go to like one of them stores that don't support us, right? None of the stores supporting the show. If you want to support the show, definitely look for advertisers. But I will give y'all this for free. You go to Amazon, you get the big Tiger Balm. Lasts a lifetime. So unless you got bad knees, then every couple months you gonna need to re-up, man. So I remember first started getting Tiger Balm. I started just sending it to the house every month. My mom was like, "What was this stuff?" So if y'all see Chip and he got a little limp, got a little hitch in his giddy up, hand him over a Tiger Balm. Tell him I see you tomorrow. I got you some Tiger Balm. So, but yeah, a lot of fun, man. Y'all know me. I absolutely positively love FAMU. There's nothing y'all can do about it. And real quick, staying on track, man. Some good times, man. Good things happening. But we're gonna try to talk a little bit about the track team. I'm gonna hit up Coach Ellen Wood. I know they're in the midst of track season, but I know he doesn't mind coming on the show. He actually, messed with me. He was like, "Man, what I got to do?" I was like, "Nothing, Coach. I just, I try not to be in the way, but we definitely gonna be there and see if we can maybe invite a athlete or two to come on through, man." So, so good time so far, man. Mission and track team. Yeah, I know we got a little something going, man. If you're feeling froggy, feeling like you want to give a 5 or a 10, please do. I do know for myself, I've committed this week. I'm gonna make a little donation to the Quinn Gray campaign. Ain't gonna be no 250, but I'm gonna give Selvin Cobb as one of the ambassadors. So they don't need any more ambassadors. And as far as my name, you have others that are already out there. So probably gonna start with a nice little 1911 and then probably lead to at least a 50. So if you don't know Selvin Cobb, he's not only a member of my favorite fraternity, but he's a 50-year member. So you got a white jacket member. So Alpha Z brother. So in his name, I'm gonna start off with 1911, and end goal is gonna at least be 50 within it before. And if it gets more than that, we'll keep going. But I'm going to give under Selvin's name just because, obvious reasons. Softball schedule's out. If y'all haven't seen, look, go check online. Got some solid names up here too. We got Howard, Campbell. They're gonna be playing here. Tennessee Tech, Marshall. I like that we're playing some HBCUs and Bowie State. They're coming down here to UCF. I will definitely be there. Florida State, as always, that's almost a normal. Like, you start looking on here out of conference. It's a solid schedule. Like, so softball's out there. I will say, I haven't seen the graphic for it. So I'm gonna bother Dennis maybe tomorrow, probably Tuesday. He's off tomorrow, like the rest of us, right? Baseball schedule's out too. Like, I don't know how many people saw that, but the baseball schedule is out too. So I saw Eastern Illinois, I believe. Didn't look all the way through it. I don't think they're playing USF, but I want to say they might catch. I don't know if they're catching USF, but baseball schedule's out as well. So for those that are so inclined, if you're trying to check them out, what was it? UNF, Eastern Illinois, Southern, Mercer, Central, Connecticut. They do play UF also on a Wednesday night. I'm on the fence. If I'm feeling froggy, I might, because it's like a Wednesday at 6. So for those that don't know, Wednesday is like my early school day. So we'll see what it looks like. So yeah. And then the rest of the schedule is out. So and ooh, whoever did the schedule, check the Jackson State logo. So look, I'm gonna message my boy now. I don't know if that was on purpose, but may want to check that Jackson State logo. Sorry, I can't. I'm sorry. Look, because I would want somebody to let me know, instead of just letting me hang out there. So, pardon me. All right, so there we go. And yes, I was texting our SID Dennis Driscoll to let him know, check the baseball schedule, because the Jackson State logo is the wrong Jackson State. That is a Jacksonville State. Those are the Fighting Chickens, not the Fighting Tigers. So yes, I did message our SID to let him know, because yeah. So and looks like they're still updating the schedule, but like I said, I know how some of y'all people are. I know some folks are quick to talk bad about people, say they ain't doing nothing, but you won't help them. So I feel some type of way about that kind of stuff. I make mistakes. I run social media pages. So, but the baseball schedule is out. If you haven't seen, go enjoy it. Man, look, am I not gonna do it? Absolutely. Look, the track team. And I'm not with the people who did. It's been quiet. I just know a camp was this weekend because Mr. Skywalker was up there. Oh yeah. I saw that. Uncle Luke was up there. You talking mad trash too about my Seminoles. I ain't mad at him. Like I'm still rolling with IU. I mean, but I'm a Miami hater. So I'm not a don't be betting because Keith doesn't like Miami. Like I'm not cheering from Indiana because I'm an Indiana fan. Like it's just the opposite of Miami, and they're not from Mississippi. So there's also the other part of Indiana that's there, but there's a lot more of just my disdain for that school in general as a fan. Anyways, FAMU Track though, look, I'm gonna hype them up in a little bit. They had a good day. Like they went down to Gainesville and put on a nice little show. Like, just saying. Like, I don't even know if okay. Cool. Yeah, you got notifications off. But man, I ain't rooting for no Florida folks. I don't oh, I tell y'all, I don't cheer for private schools in the state of Florida. Unless I'm working for you, I don't pull for the private schools in Florida. Especially that one. That's against mine. I was a Seminole fan, man. FAMU at FSU all day. 850 till I go. I'm not cheering for that private school. But if you missed it, look, FAMU Track had a great day. Like I said, I'm definitely going to message Coach Ellenwood, see when he's available next couple weeks. But Jade Allen Smith, long jump, 17th place. I just like, if you're not impressed with that, it's okay. It's okay. It's coming. But Tyna Adams, 60-meter hurdles, 4th place. And this was not just like HBCUs. Like this wasn't something where it's just HBCUs. It was FAMU was there, FSU was there. I believe UF was there. I believe I saw UAB. Like these are Division I schools. It wasn't just an HBCU invitational. Sometimes we do that. We like, oh yeah, we got first place, and it was only HBCUs, which that's important. But we don't talk about when we go against other schools and we put up a good fight. Like, oh yeah, that one in Daytona. I would cheer for them before I pull for them other ones. I ain't gonna hold you. That's because they're black. Kirsten Clark, 60-meter hurdles, solid day. Kyra Copeland, she got 3rd place in the 400. Like Amani Kennan, 5th place. That's what's on the girls' side. On the guys' side, Paul Rowland, he got 2nd place in the high jump. Like, this joker jumped 6 feet 8 inches. Like, he jumped over a small forward. Like, I don't think that's something you can like discount. Like, Coach Ellenwood, I see you, Coach. Rondell Pompey, sorry, high jump. He had another guy jumped over 6 feet. Like, Josiah Gaynor got second place. Jaden Phillips went up there in solid day. Kurt Dawkins got second place. I mean, come on, Kurt doing Kurt things, you know. Then top 7 for our 800 meters, and our shot put got 4th place. So I'm gonna tell y'all later why I think you sleeping on this program, right? Largely because of who you bringing in. Like, the recruiting is nice. Like, and not just saying that because I've coached one of the student athletes that's coming in. Like, he's actually bringing in some talent. Like, he's getting that. You know, the Rattlers in Arms have done a great job supporting them, doing a little something. Like, just saying. And to your credit, EA, I think so. I don't know for sure. I can't speak with authority on that. So to quote Dr. Titus Brown, I can't speak with authority on that. I want to say yes, but that's a want to say yes. That's not a I know the answer. But basketball, look, if you're not rocking with the FAMU basketball team, I kind of don't know what to tell you. You know, they went out there and did the darn thing. They got a basketball camp coming, so you know, Charlie Ward, you know, basketball camps, a couple days, about $500, about $600. But for a team, if you got a 5-player team, it's $100 per person. Just saying, like, get up there, some good quality coaching, and from a coach who's winning in the SWAC, first year in the SWAC. Now she's winning. We didn't win this past weekend. Pine Bluff's not that bad though. Like, you can't get too mad. 63-53, the streak ends. You know, but if you're gonna talk some trash, keep it classy. Don't be out there talking out of pocket now, and you know, thinking you can just say any old thing to me because you know my girls lost. Just because my ladies lost, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean you can just start talking greasy to me. Like, keep it classy, but keep it cute. I believe that's what Ashley and Tashay said, right? So we're gonna keep it classy. I for sure need you to keep it cute. So, and mentioning that, why you got to keep it classy? Because the guys came through with that dub, and 71-67. Yeah. No hand gestures from me, but we definitely got a dub. Much needed W. Like, if you are a FAMU faithful, FAMU fan, that's the kind of stuff we need. Like, we need for you to win some games. We need for you to be around, and we need for you to understand that it's all about the Rattlers, right? Like, we want y'all to truly understand. Like, when it comes to this, it's championship or bust, right? And I'm with you. I like Charlie C. I like Coach Ward's team. It's not just because I'm trying to be a fan. It is definitely because I see something. I see some potential in this team. Like, I hate the jerseys. I will say that. I can't stand the jerseys. But he's giving me hope. And it's not just because he beat Coach Crary. Like, that's a game. I ain't gonna lie, preseason, I didn't have it as dope. I didn't. But now, think about where FAMU's placing themselves and the way they play basketball. It's top 5 team in the conference. Like, and bouncing off of last year, that's a strong statement about FAMU basketball, especially if you grew up like I did. FAMU basketball was trash until really Billy Gillespie got there. Like, or not Billy Gillespie, Coach Gillespie got there. Billy Gillespie is the other one. But till Coach Gillespie got there, FAMU basketball was trash. Like, it just wasn't great. So now You kind of see that we got a little something. Okay, I'm here for it all day. I ain't gonna cry about that. Now that's always something I need. Like I'm always looking for a little something like that. Like that's a great look right there. We do have some shot makers. I like our pace of play too. I agree with what some others have said about this team taking on the personality of its coach. Uh, we can kind of joke about it, but it matters. Like having somebody like Charlie Ward as your head coach is beneficial. Like you may say he's too calm for you, but we saw in the Grambling game how it was beneficial. Like Coach Crary is fiery. Like, and man, he's got one of those personalities, man. He gets guys to run through a wall for him. But we also are seeing with Charlie Ward where the players are willing to go the extra mile, but it's just so under control. And it's on brand for him, right? It's what we saw at Florida High, where he was there and you're like, I don't do all that yelling. And he was honest, like, I don't do it for health reasons. I physically can't do it, right? And so now you're seeing where he's at FAMU and you're like, all right, coach. Like, I'm liking it. As far as I know, yes, Nike is part of, I mean, I'm saying this wrong. LeBron is part of Nike, just like Jordan is a Nike brand. So for me, part of my stink is the fact that we are a LeBron school. I do prefer to see LeBron logos. I also prefer those other uniforms. I feel like the ones that we're wearing are very plain. I think at this point in the season, they probably are what they are. No fault of the equipment staff. That's just, but I'll say this. If you're gonna win in that uniform, I may not love it, but what's more important, looking good or winning? I mean, you can look cute all day. I mean, we've had some of the best jerseys in college basketball, and we've been pretty mid. So we're gonna be a good program, and we can win with those mid jerseys. I'll take W's over looking cute. That's just me. So, and I saw we could preseason. I knew we would be a pain in the conference, and I wish our 7-foot was playing. Ooh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So do we capitalize on the athletic department if FSU struggling and if favorite son doing well across the track? I think you have to. I mean, because FSU chose who they chose for coach, right? They chose Laux. They chose him because of his not just NBA pedigree, but his NBA connections. And I think that's one of the things where it's going to be interesting to see. One of the things we've heard people come in here and talk about, hire Ed Reed. And I think that's some of the difference you get between a coach who has some experience and a coach who got some name and got some connections. Because I don't know if you're watching Florida State basketball. I mean, it looks better, but it doesn't. Like, it doesn't look amazing. It's doing enough to get the job done. But is it something that you want to watch every day of the week? Nah, I don't want to watch Florida State basketball all the time. I don't. I'm just being honest. Like, and I'm an FSU fan. Like, I'm not saying that as somebody who, I can't stand them. Like, I just literally told y'all, like, I can't cheer for UM because I'm an FSU fan. Like, so I think that's something that's just different as a whole. You're having a coach with experience come in here and win. That matters. That's, and you're seeing Charlie Ward's experience as a coach matters. And I go as far as saying talent for talent. If you gave Charlie Ward the size, I don't even say the talent, the size that Florida State has on the court, I think it'd be a very interesting conversation within the SWAC, what FAMU could do and what they were doing. So that's just me, though. I just, and I'm with you. I love the calmness. Like, just saying, like, it feeds into the fan base. Like, I do want to see more of us at the games, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna drive as often to as many home games for basketball season just because it's more games. It's, it is what it is, man. So Vicky Clayton had some good teams back in the day. Oh man, his women's teams are fire, man. Yeah. And it's not an equipment department issue. How is it that the women's basketball had the uniforms, men doesn't? It's an equipment issue. I'll leave it there. It's not on the equipment department. I'll say that. It's not an equipment staff. Less of me coming to people's defense and more of me being knowing enough to be dangerous, but being dangerous enough to not be loud about it. So yeah. So it's a difference. Now I will say this. I still love this graphic. And with that, we got some recruits that signed in. We also have some NFL players. Terrell Jennings is going to the championship game for this conference for the NFL. Come on, Rams! I'm cheering. I'm cheering for the Rams tonight. I'm not watching them right now, but I'm cheering for the Rams because I want the Rams and the Patriots in Super Bowl. So we're gonna have 2 Rattlers in Super Bowl. That's just me, and I'm biased. But we got a quarterback, another one. James Hayes, big get. Interesting to see what's going to happen. I believe he was the backup at Alabama State University. That team, the portal and attrition has decimated them. That was one of those teams where going out of the season, and coming into the season, for me, Alabama State was that team where it was like, either you hit a home run this year or do you ever hit again? And that's, do you get a chance to hit for a while? And that's going to be an interesting question because once again, the top teams in the SWAC have kind of outshined them. And I'll even say this. I'll go as far as saying order has not been restored, but FAMU and Jackson State, along with Southern to a certain degree, but really FAMU, Jackson State, and a little bit PV, kind of stuck a flag in the ground in recruiting and have said we're going to be a problem. This right here, that's an interesting look, man. I'm with you. 4 QBs. I haven't seen the kid from Reigns commit. I mean, sign. I've seen him commit. I don't know if he signed. So I'm just saying. And I'm with you on that. Yeah. But nice get. Also, the receiver room. You got 2 receivers. Malik Denmark. He's a big get. Seems like you're keeping Ace Cobb. We lost Goldie. It's going to be interesting. Then this receiver we talked about the other day with Mike Peterson Jr., guy from UF. That's a solid get. This right here, I don't know. Caden Brown, defensive end. I don't know why I didn't do it like that. And then we got a couple other ones, man. This Chris Cotton, linebacker. I like our linebacker room. I thought we got another defensive lineman from Albany State. Interior lineman, about 300 pounds. But Denzel Johnson, another linebacker. And Omari Kinsler, another linebacker. So I'm just saying, I knew I missed the defensive end. Isaiah Morrison, for those who missed the picture of him. There he goes. So I will say, okay. I cannot disagree. I've also heard similar information, but I'm not gonna put that on the big screen. So I'm big on kind of that kind of stuff. You keep it there, right? Overall, though, like transfer portal's closed, at least for now. So far, I like what I've seen Coach Gray bring in. I will say the one position of concern for me, 2 positions: offensive line, interior defensive line. I think offensive line more than anything is really my concern. You did lose one of your better linemen. He went to Austin P, kid from Dr. Phillips. He had decommitted. He didn't pull his name out of the transfer portal. He went back in the transfer portal. Best of luck to that, right? But I'm really thinking you're gonna see a late push whenever things kind of open up again to solidify that defensive and offensive line. I think that's fine. Skill positions I'm good with. I saw we did have a DB hit the portal, DB from Jones High School, but yeah, man, I'm not disagreeing with you, especially interior line, like because I think we're gonna have more players graduate than we think. Like the APR flag was definitely raised by people like me. I definitely own that. Like I ain't get no coach fired, but I definitely raised that APR flag. Your previous coach was very focused on academics. I can give him that, and that was one of the reasons I was kind of hoping he would kind of right the ship because he had figured that out. Like, all right, I can get these kids to go to class. Some of them. Those that you had some red flags. I will say I love what Quinn Gray said. He was very professional with his saying of the players that the locker room told us that we didn't need, we moved on from. And so it wasn't all the guys, but yeah. So it's just players that are eligible to come out of the portal but not go in at this time. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see some more additions. Wouldn't be surprised, especially when you're talking about a guy like a Quinn Gray, right? He's already talked about high school is going to be important. National Signing Day is about 2 weeks away, 3 weeks, really, about 3 weeks away. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some kids, students, sign through there. Additionally, we talk about the transfer portal so often as if it's the end all be all, like it's over after this. Let's not forget junior college is still there. Like there's still JUCO players that can be offered. Like, are we on sanctions? I haven't seen it official. I mean, we're very close. Depending on the scores you got, depending on the grades, I can't confirm that yet because I haven't seen the test scores yet. So if I, I'm not saying we is, I'm not saying you're wrong because it's very likely we are on sanctions or going to be on sanctions. But we are on sanctions. So you're right though. But I don't think they understand to the degree. And you are correct. The sanctions are coming from the Willie Simmons era, honestly. I mean, we had some years then that we're still on the books with 800s. But some of those players did graduate too. So I don't know if y'all saw where Gassett, I believe Jamari Gassett graduated. So you might be able to kind of update some of those APR numbers to show that some of those guys from those times have graduated. I don't know how that works. I do ask that question out there and openly. So, what's up, Nehemiah? Great to see you there. What's up, Troy? Man, and yeah, I don't understand how you do anything with APR, the new transfer portal rules. I really don't. Like, how do you figure that out? Because the players are moving so frequently, right? And how do you make academic progress? And I like that idea. I don't think just FAMU though. I think the way you fix that is honestly like a class action type situation. Just in general, like you really have all the schools kind of come together and really approach it because in all honesty, like what are you going to do with APR when all these kids are literally flipping every year? I mean, at some places it's a joke. Like you're not wrong as a joke. Like to your point of it being a joke, did you see Carson Beck where the young lady asked him the questions like, what is it like being a student at the University of Miami? He's like, I graduated 2 years ago. Like that was his nice way of saying, I ain't going to no class. Like that man said up front in a very politically correct way, I ain't going to class. I can't tell you what it looked like. He doesn't know. And as much of a UM hater as I am, UM has amazing teacher-student ratio. I encourage any and every person, and I'm not telling you from what somebody told me. I am telling you somebody told me. I went on a campus tour. You should tour their campus. It's very small. It's a short campus tour. It's very walkable. The tour for the University of Miami in total might be 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Great campus tour, beautiful campus. How you don't take advantage of that as a grad student, I don't know. I mean, I get you kind of locked in saying you're going to be in the NFL, you're going to be a football player, but I would definitely encourage him to, and any person that's there, to take advantage of that. That is, they tried to be the Harvard of the South for a reason, and it's a prestigious degree in certain areas. So, yeah. And look, you heard it on the show. I told y'all up front. I told y'all when Colsey was a coach, you need darn near 1,000. I don't know if you got it, but yeah, they're a cul-de-sac. They ain't got room for a bunch of students. They don't, and the classes are small. Like, you go in the classrooms, it looks like a high school. Like, and I'm not saying like that's not right, because some of y'all gonna be like, he said you wouldn't like a high school. I did. The size of the classes look like a high school for a lot of the classes, but the facilities are top notch. Like, you're getting a lot of one-on-one attention. Again, my disdain for them is because I'm an FSU fan. It's not because I think the school's not good or I think they're trash, or I'm just not a fan of them. And Troy said it's a high school, but they are like size of FAMU. So if FAMU could charge $50,000 per student, or did charge $50,000 per student, that's probably what you would get if we had those type of enrollment numbers and we're in a major city. So, hey, it is what it is, right? Now, I'm gonna tell y'all real quick though, y'all sleep on the track team. Like, I kind of wanna, because they just had a thank you to the Rattlers in Arms, had a big thing. They got the canopy coming up. Like, we need to have that unveiling pretty soon. That's track team might win the SWAC. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now. Like, that team right there, we got a good coach. I literally, I was messing with one of the ladies from my church. Shout out Carmen. Carmen does hair. She's a beautician, but there's only one thing I don't like about it. She went to Cookman. And she graduated. But I was like, I really can't talk too much noise to you, except for track. I can talk all day at track. But basketball, baseball, football, can't say much. But in track, I can talk trash because we stole your coach and we went in with him. He's doing more. Because I don't know, Coach Ellen used to coach at Cookman. But which is interesting, right? It's amazing what happens when you get a winning coach and you bring him to FAMU and give him more than what he had before. It's an amazing concept. It's like it's never happened before. I'm absolutely positively being sarcastic. But you're sleeping on this track team. And it's not just because of the success of last season, right? It's the success in recruiting. Like, FAMU is winning recruiting battles that they probably shouldn't win. And as much as we talk bad about the transfer portal gives and it taketh away. And one of the things that it gives is, I think Coach Ellenwood was on the forefront, not is, but was on the forefront of saying, if you want to be at FAMU, I'll develop you. If you want to go chase the bag, go chase the bag. But at the end of the day, it's almost like those who stay will be champions. And so you've now seen Quinn Gray come in behind him. He's embraced the same idea. Jamie Shoup kind of been on that already. Like, you come to FAMU, you get developed. If you stay, cool. If you decide to leave, everybody's replaceable. Like, you're starting to see where our coaches kind of understand that I might not be able to keep this kid forever. I can keep him for a while, though. And I think when it comes to FAMU track, you're seeing the same thing, but you're also seeing, like, the development and the growth. Like, if Kurt Dawkins was good last season, But then when he got to that NCAA championship, wasn't as great. He went down to Gainesville and balled out, though. Like, he got second place. Okay. Like, you should start to see some of this on here. I think we sleep on this program. And I think from an athletic perspective, we're underselling it because we're underfunded it. Like, I'll go out there and say this. And under the new athletic director, I love his statements, what he said. It sounds good. It's very fluffy. But I need deliverables. If y'all caught the last episode, one of the things I talked about was with the win with Quinn, raise money stuff, the all-in program. There's not a lot of deliverables. Like, there's iPads, there's this, there's that. But I appreciate it, Nehemiah. Please ask them. Look, I forgot. Like, share, subscribe, right? We need some upgrades to the track facilities. Like, not just the canopy. The canopy's great. That makes it so the players are protected. It's going to help them beat that Florida sun. We need the track facilities renovated. Like, because all of a sudden it becomes an income thing. Because I've heard Coach Ellenwood say this on the show with St. Clair and I. So I'm not saying this from my speculation or anything like that. Like, if you renovate that track field, our track facilities, right, to where it's a place where we can host AAU tournaments and other stuff like that, it becomes a revenue producer. It becomes a place where you're not just practicing. Like, it's not something where just the track team practice and students walk around and people from the neighborhood come get their exercise. It becomes something where, thank you, Troy, you can bring back the FAMU relays. FAMU relays was huge when I was a kid. Growing up, that was a thing. Like, it allows you to bring back the FAMU relays. It allows you to bring back multiple events, because I don't know how many people have ever witnessed it, but ACC championship is no joke. Like, and I'm not telling you from what somebody told me. I'm telling you from somebody who's been in Tallahassee when Florida State has hosted the ACC championship, and it's a business impact. I'll never forget when I worked at FAMU. We used to walk. So for those who don't know, y'all who do know, sorry, you got to hear it again. But I used to work FAMU. I worked at IMAX, so I was one of the managers there. Normally the first picture you pull up of me is probably of me at the IMAX, right? We would walk to the local restaurants downtown. Goodies, shout out, they closed. That was my spot. Metro Deli, they got an orange and green shirt now. So when I go home for the break, I'm definitely going to see if they got my orange and green shirt, get my orange and green Metro Deli shirt. But you walk there and you would walk to the restaurants and you would see Clemson. You would see Virginia Tech. And you'd be like, hey, what y'all here for? Oh, we're here for the ACC championship. Oh, okay. And those kids were there 3 or 4 days. And once they found a good restaurant, they kept going. Like, oh yeah, we found this place. This place is good. It's a place where those type of events put money back in the community. And when you start talking about, this is where having College Town becomes so important. When you have those hotels down the street from FAMU, if you get those colleges and universities to book their hotels in College Town, all of a sudden the city wins. And that's how you really pitch this. Like, we definitely need to have that update. And yeah, like, I was looking forward to it being brought back, but our track facilities are not there. We sleep on this program. Like, this is a program, it's a sleeping giant, and it's already showing that it can win some stuff. I can completely understand why they don't want to host the SWAC championship at Bragg. I can completely understand it. I understand that, they just redid the track over there at Southern. Looks nice. Yeah, FAMU. We already got the cross country. Like, we've got world-class facilities, millions of dollars coming in here. If you can get the FAMU relays and get that to a place where it's not just AAU coming, but kind of like before, like, you had other universities coming for that. You don't think some of these schools from up north would come to the FAMU relays, especially this time of the year, late January, early February, because all of a sudden they're still in the wintertime and you start opening outdoor track season at FAMU. Like, is it going to be hot? It might be, but it won't be as bad as it can be. Like, that's an advantage because just like baseball season, how do you get Eastern Illinois to come to FAMU? How do you get these schools from up north to come down? Why do they come down? Because they can't play ball at home. They can't play baseball in the snow. I mean, they can, but they don't want to. So I think we're sleeping on this program a little bit. And because I think we're good enough to be there. I think just kind of looking at it, we got a little something there, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm excited about it. Not to jump around though, man. Football is fire. It is owned by FSU. It is owned by FSU boosters. And I agree with you about the hotel partnerships. I'm pro P3. I'm with Kelvin. I'm with St. Pete, St. Pete people who have said that FAMU needs to have that. I don't know where you put it at right now. Is it something you put adjacent to College Town, or is it something where you try to start your own thing? I think the way things are going, you can call me a dissenter. You can call me what you want. If you're going to keep Bragg where it is, I think if you're going to put something up like a P3, you put it next to College Town. And you make it so that you almost don't know where the property line ends. Because it's okay. Let me be the controversial person that I normally am. Because I said we wasn't going to be in no big good trouble. If I put a hotel that is more FAMU focused, right, next to College Town, do you know the difference? If it's the same standard, if everything's the same, do you know there's a difference? Because at a certain place, what's going to happen is, well, what's already happened. FSU's marched up to the state capitol and passed, right? So FSU is now all the way to the hospital, pretty much, right? I mean, when I was there, they crossed the line of the state capitol because they have one of their business schools is literally on the same street as the state capitol. So FSU's done that. Hotel-wise, we've seen right now, they're all the way up FAMU Way. You do some type of P3 that over on that side that takes advantage of the fact that you're butted up right there. The people start coming over from Gaines Street and start spending money. Once it's in my hands, it's clean money. That's just me. That's why, again, even with the track program thing, that can't hit my pockets. It can't. It's got to go where it's got to go. It goes to our people. They take care of it. They make sure it gets to the track athletes. Y'all know who does it. I mean, it's no secret. We get help from the Fang Exchange with the track program. So it doesn't hit Keith's Cash App. It don't. Because if it did, it wouldn't make it that far. They would get a piece. They wouldn't get it all. But I think if you're going to pursue that kind of P3 idea, I think eventually you get away from putting dorms on that north side of campus and you put more of those amenities on the north side of campus that butts up against the railroad tracks. And that also allows you to get the people who are coming from the floors, because as much as you may not like it, if you can get them to come over onto the FAMU side and you have something that they want to spend money at, they'll spend money there. Because guess what? We go to Hotel Duval. We go down by Cascades Park and spend money. That stuff's owned by FSU grads. We go into College Town and spend money. We go to Gaines Street Pies and spend money. Why can't we get their money too? Like, and are we ready? I don't know if we're ready. I don't think we have the leadership in place for it. if I'm being honest. Like if I'm being straightforward, I don't think Marva's that lady yet, right? I'm not saying she won't be that lady because I told y'all this when they made her president. She's not going to do everything they want to do. She's going to get up there on that campus and it's going to get in her veins. She's going to like it. And she's going to like it to a point to where she's going to want to start pushing back a little bit because she's going to be like, this is different. This ain't, I can't do everything y'all want me to do. And look, yes. Have you seen JMU Stadium? Oh my gosh. JMU Stadium's fire. Like, but I think those are some of the things you can do. I think you can have that event activity space that close to College Town because where do you have it that close to College Town? Like, think about it. District 850 is on the north side of town. And honestly, for those who don't live in Tallahassee, some of y'all, this is your first time hearing about District 850. I'm not gonna keep sharing it either. that's my little spot we go to with the family. But it's not close to college. It's not close to the universities. Like, you start thinking about the actual entertainment venues of Tallahassee, where you kind of go in and have a little fun. I don't know if Capitol Lane is still open. If you're not a FAMU student, you're not going to Gallimore Lanes. If you're not an FSU student, I doubt you're going to Crenshaw. Like, Crenshaw Lanes, not the city. Those who don't know, FSU and FAMU both have bowling alleys on campus. Like, what kind of Dave and Buster's type spot do you have there? Like, and I think with that, like, you can still build apartments and stuff on that north side of town. But if you put some hotels over there, plus some more restaurants, plus some entertainment space there, all of a sudden that takes advantage of its proximity to College Town and all those hotels there, along with all that other stuff. Like, I'm just saying, did I take bowling at FAMU? I did not take bowling at FAMU. I took soccer, racquetball, and golf because I had Coach Durant as my golf coach. RIP the GOAT. This is how old our clubs were. There were 2 left-handed players in the class. We were using real wooden golf clubs. Like, I laugh at that now, but it was, I mean, my golf clubs now are not wooden, but we were using real wooden golf clubs. Like, you get these woods. I'm like, it's a wooden golf club. All right, coach. And we were left-handed, so it's like, I got it. Like, I understand. You don't just keep left-handed golf clubs. You ain't got but 2 people in the class. He probably got them and reached out his own pocket and got them. But yeah, but honestly, I think that's the move. I think that's the play. Like, if FSU is going to make the moves they're making at a certain place, you may want to create your own thing on the other side, but why? Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do. I think it's a bold move to create something on the other side. But I think if you want to take advantage of the money and take advantage of what they've already built up, you build your own thing next to their thing. And you can, I'll be honest, I'm petty like this. And I'll be honest, if y'all have not gone to the hotels over there, it's not just FSU centric. Like, you go in there, they have nice little FAMU stuff there. Like, I'm not telling you, somebody told me. I've dropped Brian off to the hotel and be like, hey, and go pick him up and be like, hey, bro, they got some FAMU stuff in here. Like, they'll make you feel welcome. Do the same thing. Like, at a certain place, use them for their money. Put some Garden and Gold stuff in there. Put some FAMU stuff in there. And it can be a P3 that's supporting FAMU, but that also has a little FSU thing to it. Put a little Garden and Gold in there. Because guess what? At the end of the day, their money's green too. And graduation week's coming. You're going to bust somebody. You're going to get bust over head for a hotel. You might as well. Look, I'm just saying. If I'm gonna take your money, I'm gonna take your money. Like, let me be honest with you. Like, and that's it. It's not a rivalry for business. Nah, you get them on campus, you get a partnership, and this is furthermore what you do with that. When you do your own P3, that's when you start giving discounts to your people. Hey, we have a discount for FAMU National Alumni Association members. We have a discount for Rattler boosters. Okay. Because then all of a sudden, that then incentivizes people to join those organizations. And of course, you get a little kickback. You may not get a big kickback, but you'd be like, hey, membership has its benefits. These are some of the benefits. Because then all of a sudden, you're given a kickback for that. Like, because now your Rattler Booster membership, hey, if you're above a certain level, you get this kind of discount. Now you $100 cat, I can give you 5%. Is that a lot? No. Is it something? Absolutely. But you are Rattler Life, life member of the Rattler Boosters. Okay. I give you that same 5%. I mean, it's gonna have its benefits, but life membership Rattler Booster, you pay once you're done. I can't give you that. I can't give you 20% discounts in perpetuity. That's bogus. Like, life membership's cool, but it doesn't sustain the organization. Like, you want continuing members that are subscribing. You want subscribing members. Like, I need everybody to like, share, and subscribe, because as we get to certain numbers, your subscription and everything else makes it where it's like, oh crap, people are watching this. Like, if you're going to build this program up, right, we have to diversify. I've said it before, Rattler Boosters has to get to a place where it's not dependent on membership. FSU laid out the groundwork. They laid out the playbook. Follow their playbook. They'll share it with you. They don't care. Like, until you become a direct competitor with them, they don't care. Can life membership be $750 per year? It can be, but I wouldn't pay it. I ain't gonna lie, Troy. The only reason it's appealing to me is because it's that $750 one time, and then after that, I mean, I give you like a 50 or 100 because I understand the idea of subscribing memberships. Like, I understand that benefits you, but and this is what I'm saying with these organizations: copy and paste. Like, you get alumni discounts, all right, as long as it's not during football season, graduation weekend. I ain't gonna lie to you, I would still do it. I would do it for a block of rooms, though. It wouldn't be like the whole area. But I think the only reason I disagree, Mike, is because let's say I don't know how many rooms most hotels have. I'll say 100. And again, y'all know when I don't know, I'll say I don't know. I'll own my ignorance. Let's say a hotel has 100 rooms, 200 rooms. There we go. We'll say 200. I would do an alumni discount for 20 rooms. That's 10% of your occupancy. What does that do? Hey, for graduation week, discount 20 rooms, lock in your rates by X date. After this date, first come, first serve. Once the rooms fill up, you missed it. Because what does that do? That now creates scarcity. Because now, if you're an alumni and you're going to be at those events, you're going to lock up your hotel. You're going to lock up your hotel because all of a sudden, they're going to lock in that hotel and lock it in at whatever rate. And those 20 rooms going to go fast. And now you got a whole 180 left over. But your 20 people are going to probably become your 20 faithful few who are going to continuously, hey, go on, book me up for next year. Before they check out, hey, when can I book my room? That's guaranteed money. And it's 20% of your occupancy. So the other 80% is still there. And you're going to charge the market rate for the other 80. That's just me. Now, if you do extend it throughout the rest of the year, I think you do like a smaller discount because membership has to have its benefits, right? Like, because I think if you do open that up to where somebody like that can have his business or discount, That now inspires others who are not associated with FAMU to become part of those groups. Like, I have no FSU stuff up here. I don't. But there are a lot of UM people and UM fans that didn't go to UM. UM has 10,000 students. Yet they fill a stadium that hosts 70 to 80,000 people. And the majority of those people in that stadium are not UM graduates. They join the organizations. They join the support organizations. They buy the merch. They buy parking passes. They do all these things to support this organization. Same thing with Florida State and UF. I know people who have UF season tickets, hadn't set foot on that campus outside of going to football games. But they pay for season tickets. They're big time supporters of the program. And their degree says XYZ school. I'll be honest, I haven't been to an FSU game in almost a decade. I've been to a UF game 2 years ago, and I don't like the Gators. But guess what? When I go, oh, the system's in place. Oh, we have a system. I normally buy the tickets. I ain't gonna lie. I buy the tickets. I don't even let my buddy buy tickets. I buy the tickets. I buy in the section I want to sit in. Normally, it's the south end zone because it's in the shade, and the players run out of the tunnel, and it's right there close enough to the Kentucky fans where I can sit near the Kentucky fans, but he can still sit near the UF fans. We get the parking pass, so we just pull up, we jump on the bus, we get in, we get dropped off in front of the stadium. It's a wonderful day. I am not a UF fan, but I know the system. I know how it works. I know how we like to do it. And guess what? Depending on when FAMU plays and who FAMU plays, there is a very good chance FAMU will be playing a football game. And if it's an away football game, I would be at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium watching a football game that doesn't involve FAMU. That's what you're trying to get. Because I can already tell you, I haven't seen the schedule yet. And I know our plan. That's what you want as FAMU. You want people to come in there and be like, oh, man, we don't even worry about it. We got our hotel. Man, as soon as we check out at that last game of the season, we start booking them up for next year. We tell them, hey, when the schedule open up, when y'all open up rooms, call us. Your concierge handles that. That's guaranteed money for the hotel. Then if you got the food right there, hey, we want to go walk. We want to go get some food. Cool. If they're like my parents with grandkids, hey, we want to go play some games. All right, we'll walk out the hotel, walk down to the little game center, or just get the kids some money and let them play. Like, you kind of got to create that vibe, because if I can keep you in one area, you'll spend your money in that area. It's kind of like Vegas. Like, you'll walk the strip until you realize how long the strip is. And you're like, I did it. We did that one time. The rest of the time we stayed in that little block. We just walked in our block. It's got to be something different. And I don't disagree with you, Mike. Life membership. Only problem with that is my fraternity life membership costs less than that. I'm just saying. And even with that, there's still a part you have to pay. Like, I think you can keep the life membership at $750, but that $750 comes with a $50 to $100 yearly ask, or $50 donation at the least. Because even then, that $750 goes towards the endowment that they're trying to build. But that other $50 goes towards something else. And you can split up the funds however you split it. But I don't like the one and done approach to that for Rattler boosters. That's just me. But I think if we're going to look at maximizing this and really our proximity to Florida State, it definitely involves a P3, but it also involves taking advantage of the things they don't have. Again, the college town is built for college students and people who drink. It's not family friendly. What I think a FAMU P3 could offer is that family friendly and family friendly part. Black people drink. We definitely drink. We day party. Plies just had a day party here in Orlando. I looked at it and I was like, I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna act right. The prices weren't terrible. Look at some of the venues for homecoming. You don't think if you had a P3, you could have that become a place where you have one of the day parties? I'm just saying, graduation. You know, we already saw the big dates up there. Let me see if I can find it up here. Somebody, I think might put it up there. I can't find it now. There we go. Football season. That's 5 games. And that's just on the FAMU side. Let's not talk about the Florida State side, where Florida State's in town, and you're a fool to think them people won't pay to stay at your facilities because it's FAMU. You're another kind of fool. You think that. Graduation weekend, same thing. I don't know if y'all know, graduation is as bad as a football game, hotel-wise. Like, I dated a young lady, and her parents were like, oh, we stayed all the way in darn near like Jackson County. Like y'all might as well stay at home. Like, they couldn't get a hotel within an hour of Tallahassee. Legislative session. That's a couple months right there. Like, it's there. Like, it's absolutely there. Seersucker. I'm saying Seersuckers, that's in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But yeah. Like the homecoming day party. I don't know if y'all seen the homecoming day party at FAMU was a problem. Like, real quickly, that thing came up. I can't go because I got cousins that be there. I ain't even worried about Milan brothers. We're gonna have fun. Because they the life of the party. You know, shout out Frank, tail dog. But I got cousins that be there, man. And I don't be acting crazy in a party, but nah, I can't be partying with my cousins like that. Like, boost annual dues are $100 a year in order to get money for an endowment, all 4%. Hey, got a point. I will say, I think when it comes to booster dues, I think you can steal some ideas from across the street, though, because I don't know if y'all saw, they just released something where their booster dues are like $80 a year, and they're doing it where you can pay $10 a month. I think that's a genius idea. Like, set them up on a payment plan and have it be automated. Like, hey, you're a Rattler booster, cost this much per month. And I would ask, if you're going to do something like that, have a down payment. The minimum booster dues, thank you. Make a subscription service. Like, put some content on there. Like, y'all have watched it. You know, I used to do the booster meetings on here. Put the booster meetings on here. Get some students and say, hey, we can't pay you everything. We give you a little something. Slide them kids, you know, per semester, a couple hundred, maybe $1,000. You don't think these journalism students would, hey, give y'all a little something. Y'all create content for us. Maybe see if they can even do it as a project. Like, get them to do something. They got to graduate. They need to work. Like, there's a lot of students on the sideline taking pictures. Get some of the students to help you out. Get some of these content creators to help you out. Hell, I wouldn't do a show for, I don't know. I can't do a show for Rattler Boosters no more. I do it like post-game, pre-game for you. But hey, I'm just saying. Like, but do stuff like that. Create content. Create reasons people want to be there. Create packages, discounts. Like, have some partnerships with local businesses. Like, something. And you're right. The boosters need to get younger. Like, it's a lot of old people. And I don't dislike them for it. I love it. But on the other side of that, how do you get younger? Because you can have a student booster program, but what are they getting from it? Like, I think that's the end game we're missing with a lot of this. I told y'all, you know, if you caught the interview I did with St. Clair with our major gift ambassador, I was trying to kind of, you know, hey, bro, that 250 limited is limiting. Like, look on the website, it doesn't say there's a limit. Good thing. I keep saying that because the person that got me to invest wasn't him. It was actually William Human. He was like, hey, we appreciate you giving anything you can get. Between him and Gail, show commentator Gail, shout out. Give what you can. And Gail made it was like, don't feel bad about not being able to get the 250. And William was like, yeah, give what you can. I'm like, bet. Because it wasn't like, man, 250 is not in my ministry. I can do a little bit less. But now I think with the boosters, you got to do something similar. Like, okay, the $100 is not prohibitive, but it's that I'm not getting anything for it. Like, there's no tailgate for it. Like, in all these places, can we get a nice little booster tailgate? Can we get a little section, a little something? Black folks, we like exclusivity. Like, we got the little basketball club on the sideline. And no other schools do that. But we've got to get to a place where we're modernizing, man. Like, and so I'm excited, man. I'm hoping I can get to talk to our athletic director. I believe he's going to be on round 1 with St. Clair Moraine. I'll drop that. I don't have the date yet, but our athletic director is supposed to be on round 1 with St. Clair Moraine and myself as a guest. He was supposed to come on last week. So, but AD John Davis is supposed to be on the show. So I'll break the news. So for those who are excited or don't know, now you know. I'll give you the date when he comes on. So that way, go check it out. Round 1, St. Clair Moraine and myself. We're gonna have some fun, man. Have some fun. I'm not gonna do him too bad. I'm gonna be nice to him. That's my church member and my frat brother. So I can't do him too dirty, right? But yeah, I think we have room to grow at FAMU. And if all things are equal, we can take advantage of other people's money the same way they try to take advantage of FAMU. So, Troy said, y'all go first. I'm going to ask tough questions. Yeah, I hope so, man. I've heard good things. I'll say this, and it's not just from fellow frat brothers and church members and other people. He's from what I've told, he means well. And so if he can put this thing together, one of the things I'm hoping for, we already saw, he kind of delivered a check at Florida Classic. I'm hoping he steadies the ship for the person that comes after him or returns after him, however that works. But I'm really hoping that one of the things John Davis can do while he's at FAMU is facilities work. Like, okay, classmate, fellow FSU athlete. Yeah, I will tell y'all this. I've spoken to him 7 or 8 times that I can remember. Never a negative going away conversation, right? Always personable, nothing negative in our conversations. So no long, like, deep conversations. I mean, mostly surface level, but some folks don't rub you the right way. Can't say that about John Davis. And that's just my personal experience. My personal experience might not be yours, but from my personal experience, it's never been anything like hostile or anything. I think he means well. I do. What I would love to see in his time at FAMU is just fundraising, though. Fundraising and apply those funds to a project. Like, that's what I ask. Like, I don't expect him to be here forever. I don't see a 5-year thing out of him. I don't see him more than 2 years, honestly. But in your year or two at FAMU, can you raise funds and can you fix one issue? That's it. Like, can you fix one issue? That's where I'm at, because as much as we talk about Tiffany Dawn Sykes, she fixed some issues. She addressed some issues. She addressed the tennis court issue. That was something under her watch that was addressed. I will say, even if it's not for FAMU, what I would love to see AD Davis, this is personal, the visitors locker room at the field house. Can we get that updated? It's not a great look. It's just not. I would love to get that addressed. And then maybe set the foundation for a new field house. Like those would be my two things. Like, yeah. So, and he was very disappointed with the basketball sponsorships and attendance on Monday. Yeah. I'll say this, and I've said this before. Anybody who's not from Tallahassee, you may not understand. One, Tallahassee is not a basketball town. Secondly, Tallahassee is not a big city. So any given Saturday, I got enough seats, basketball seats, for 25,000 people. I only have 100,000 people in the city. And everybody's not a basketball fan. So I'm asking a quarter of the population to watch basketball. It's a very tough ask. I'm asking 10% of the population to come to FAMU to watch basketball. It's a very tough ask. Football sells tickets, and even with football, the population of the city could not support both those stadiums. I mean, 85,000 seats, just about. It used to be 105,000. So I think one of the things AD Davis is going to have to find sponsorships is something huge, but that's not a challenge that other schools aren't facing. Like, outside of the schools that are in major cities, name a university in the state university system that has its football stadium that's tagged to a major sponsor. I'll give you that. Like, if you can find it, you get a bingo card. But UF is not tied to a major corporation. It's tied to a major donor. FSU Stadium is named for a president. FAMU Stadium is named for a football coach. I don't know about West Florida. West Florida might be your only exception there. So outside of one of these major metropolitan areas, when you get outside of FIU, they got Pitbull. He's ponied that up. FAU just got a sponsor. USF plays in the NFL stadium. UCF is the only major football school that has consistently had a major contract as far as for the football stadium. Now, if you extend that to the basketball arena, it's the same thing. Like, USF just got the Sun Dome changed to the Yingling Center about 5 years ago. UCF's pretty much always had a different name. Like, they've always had a corporate sponsor. UF, in the past decade, that thing stopped being the O'Connell Center. That's been whatever it is, the X whatever center, and before it was something else, for about a decade. Like, the Donald Tucker Center has been the Donald Tucker Center since it changed, since FSU took control of it. Lawson's been Lawson. Like, so I think some of this, when we're asking for corporate sponsors, when you got to think outside the box, but you also got to understand that there's some trends that are tough when it comes to you being in a small city. So I'm just saying, like, and say, love to market basketball hard. Maybe an easy way is to get parents and kids from nearby schools to come for specific nights. I agree. I think you should have a school night every night. And you just go from across the county and pick a school, and you just give the kids free tickets and parents have to pay. And honestly, that didn't cost you nothing. I got that from the SID at Rollins, and all their games are free. She was like, hey, she worked at another school. They would give the parents the kids free tickets, and the parents would have to pay. and they would get attendance that way. You can do that. You can do that for sorority nights. You can do Greek night. Like, I did the University of South Florida women's game last night. They destroyed Wichita State. You know what they had? We laughed about it when Tiffany did it. 50-50 raffle. It didn't get more than like $1,000. There weren't more than 1,000. I think there were 2,000 people at that game last night. But just kind of get it done. It's not true. FSU carried athletics during those Taggart years. Yeah, but nobody was really watching. 3,000 to 5,000, but the Tucker Center holds 10. That's less than half capacity. And they were winning. Like, that was a winning program when Leonard Hamilton was there. Less than half. The Tucker Center was smaller than Lawson for a little bit. Like, let's not forget, when the Lawson Center was first built, it was bigger than Tuck. The Tuck holds about 10 something, maybe 12. Lawson holds like 9 something now. Like, they ain't really rocking like that. Unless somebody big comes to town, don't let go to basketball games. I'm not telling you if somebody told me, telling me what I've seen and what I've been to. I've been to many FSU basketball games. If they're not playing Duke, North Carolina, or UF, and UM when they're good, nobody cares. They don't. Like, nobody cares. They don't draw well. And I'll be honest, same thing with UCF. If they're not playing somebody big, nobody goes to the games. Like, it's a basketball thing in Florida. Basketball's just not big here. And especially when you got that much space, it's too many. Like, other than poking horn, the kids don't live close enough to the action to build an affinity towards attending games. With the quad and Gibson dorms gone, anybody actually lives on campus. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mike. And that was huge. When I was in college, that was huge. Like, I remember I would have to park because I lived off campus and I stayed home. But it was a lot of kids who just walk from class to the game or walk from the dorms to the game. Like, that's a big thing. I'm always surprised when people talk about FAMU getting sponsors. When did the corporates start wanting to see us succeed? Hey, you got a point. And I think I'll speak to a dilemma that happened in my family, right? I know I love my in-laws. I have amazing in-laws. Brother-in-law worked for UW, right? And he's good at what he does. I'll leave it there. The company, there's a company he worked for, right? They were working on a deal with one of the local places, one of the local facilities here in this area. And they told them, if you want this contract, you got to become a sponsor. I wonder how many times FAMU does that. Because it works. And his company walked away from the table, but somebody else took it. I wonder, does FAMU use that tactic? And can FAMU use that tactic? Hey, you want to get this contract? You got to spend this much in advertising. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not telling you from what other people don't do. But I don't know if FAMU can do that. So, yeah, man. Interesting times, man. Whew. Man, we've been going for an hour and some change. And we went there, man. Thursday, Troy. Let's get something going, man. I think we're going to do a little mashup. If you're available, don't want to just randomly but would love to do a little something with Fat Mouth Sports on Thursday. Maybe get a couple of Avengers together, and let's see how many of the Avengers we can maybe get together on Thursday. If not Thursday, definitely next Sunday, and see how we talk about this whole situation with the coaches. Because National Signing Day is coming up in a few weeks too, so we might need to assemble at least some of the Avengers for that Sunday after, man. So just trying to get it out there, man. Put it out there, get it ready. All right, y'all, man. Good times. Enjoy Martin Luther King Day. I will be on the 1s and 2s. If you know me, that means I'll be on the grill. So shout out to my line brother Octavius Clark. If you are in the Central Florida area, Aki sells seasoned oak wood that you can use for your fire pit or your grill. So I'm throwing it on the grill. So between Aki and my pops, shout out to both of them. My pops has a cabinet shop. If you're in Tallahassee, you're in need of handmade custom cabinets. Hadley's Cabinet Shop in Tallahassee, Florida. That's the number. That's the company. Look him up in the phone book. Hardwood cabinets. There's nothing like him. He does great work, and not just because he's my pops, but because he's kind of that guy, man. So but yeah, so shout out to both of them. Aki supplied the oak wood. Pops thought it not robbery. We cut up some pecan wood when we were in Tallahassee. So I'm gonna be on the grill tomorrow. I'm gonna clean up the ribs in a few minutes, season them. Boy, I ain't playing with y'all. I got the some hot dogs from the club, and yeah, we're gonna be on it early in the morning. So all right, y'all. For everybody, HBCU Digital Network. Thursday again, we're gonna see if we can get some of the Avengers together, have a little fun, and I'm gonna try and get call lines open next week, man. I already got it ready, but we ran a little long. So all right, y'all. We already know what it's always gonna be. Fangs Up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal.
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!